Great work requires great and persistent effort for a long time. Neither need we trouble ourselves if a few fail. It is in the nature of things that many should fall, that troubles should come, that tremendous difficulties should arise, that selfishness and all the other devils in the human heart should struggle hard when they are about to be driven out by the fire of spirituality. The road to the good is the roughest and steepest in the universe. The road to the good is the roughest and steepest in the universe. It's a wonder that so many succeed. No wonder that so many fall. Character has to be established through 1,000 stumbles. May the blows you have received draw you closer to that being who is the only one to be loved here and hereafter, so that you may realize Him in everything past, present, and future, and find everything present or lost in Him and Him alone. Amen. Experiences are gathering a bit thick around you. I am sure they will lift many a veil more. Do not be anxious, do not be in a hurry. Slow, persistent, and silent work does everything. Don't yield to sorrow. Everything is in God's hands. I fervently wish no misery ever came near anyone. Yet, it is that alone that gives us an insight into the depths of our lives. Does it not? In our moments of anguish, gates barred forever seem to open and let in many a flood of light. The world cannot touch our souls. If you want, even if the body be torn and bleeding, you may enjoy the greatest peace in your mind. I never saw a man who could satisfy everyone, nor can anyone who has to go to different places possibly satisfy all. I am always in the midst of ebbs and flows. I knew it always and preached always that every bit of pleasure will bring its quota of pain, if not with compound interest. I have a good deal of love given to me by the world. I deserve a good deal of hatred, therefore. I am glad it is so, as it proves my theory of every wave having its corresponding dip on my own person. Every meeting must have a separation. This is the nature of things. It is karma that brings us together, and karma separates. Really, there is no greater sin than cowardice. Cowards are never saved, that is sure. I can stand everything else, but not that. Can I have any dealings with one who will not give that up? If one gets one blow, one must return 10 with redoubled fury. Then only one is a man. The coward is an object to be pitied. We may read books, hear lectures, and talk miles, but experience is the one teacher, the one eye-opener. It is best as it is. We learn through smiles and tears we learn. We don't know why, but we see it is so, and that is enough. Things have got to come round. Anyway, they are bound to, because nothing is eternal. My boy, this is the school of misery. which is also the school for great souls and prophets for the cultivation of sympathy, of patience, and above all, of an indomitable iron will, which quakes not even if the universe be pulverized at our feet. Work hard, be steady, and have faith in the Lord. Are great things ever done smoothly? Time, patience, and indomitable will must show. Whenever any one of you is sick, let him himself or any one of you visualize him in your mind and mentally say and strongly imagine that he is all right. That will cure him quickly. You can do it even without his knowledge, and even with thousands of miles between you. Remember it, and do not be ill any more. The Spirit, my boys, the Spirit. The love, my children, the love. The faith, the belief, and fear not. The greatest sin is fear. Wait, have patience, everything will come right in time. Do not for a moment quail, everything will come all right. It is will that moves the world. Onward, upon ages of struggle a character is built. Be not discouraged. One word of truth can never be lost. For ages it may be hidden under rubbish, but it will show itself sooner or later. Truth is indestructible. Virtue is indestructible. Purity is indestructible. We may die unknown, unpitied, unbewailed, without accomplishing anything. But not one thought will be lost. It will take effect sooner or later. Say not that you are weak. The Spirit is omnipotent. We are poor, my brothers, we are nobodies, but such have been always the instruments of the Most High. Truth is infinitely more weighty than untruth. So is goodness. If you possess these, they will make their way by sheer gravity. One cannot serve the God of truth who leans upon somebody. Be still, my soul, be alone, and the Lord is with you. Life is nothing, death is a delusion. All this is not. God alone is. Fear not, my soul, be alone. So long as you have love for God and Guru and faith in truth, nothing can hurt you, my son. But the loss of any of these is dangerous. So long as you have love for God and Guru and faith in truth, nothing can hurt you, my son. But the loss of any of these is dangerous. Take courage and work on. Patience and steady work. This is the only way. Go on. Remember, patience and purity and courage and steady work. So long as you are pure and true to your principles, you will never fail. Mother will never leave you, and all blessings will be yours. Work on, hold on, be brave, dare anything and everything. Good motives, sincerity, and infinite love can conquer the world. One single soul possessed of these virtues can destroy the dark designs of millions of hypocrites and brutes. Every new thought must create opposition. In the civilized, a polite sneer. In the vulgar, savage howls and filthy scandals. Good solid work must wait. Your brain, health, beauty, everything is going to waste just for lack of that one essential, assertion of individuality. Continue doing your work as the Lord guides. Why bother about the opinion of this man and that? Anxiety is worse than the disease. This life is full of shocks, but the effects pass away anyhow. That is the hope. Everywhere it is better to have a whirlwind come over the world. That clears the atmosphere and gives us a true insight into the nature of things. God is not to be reached by the weak. Never be weak. You must be strong. You have infinite strength within you. How else will you conquer anything? How else will you come to God? Atmanam satatam rakshet. One must save oneself under any circumstances. Lord, have mercy is all right, but he helps him who helps himself. Not even God can save a suicide. Arise, ye mighty one, and be strong. Work on and on. Struggle on and on. Don't be ruffled. If now and then you get a brush from the world, it will be over in no time and everything will be all right. Seek not, touch not with your toes even anything that is uncanny. Let your souls ascend day and night like an unbroken string unto the feet of the Beloved, whose throne is in your own hearts, and let the rest take care of themselves, that is, the body and everything else. Wealth goes, beauty vanishes, life flies, powers fly, but the Lord abideth forever. Love abideth forever. If here is glory in keeping the machine in good trim, it is more glorious to withhold the soul from suffering with the body. That is the only demonstration of your being, not matter, by letting the matter alone. Be independent. Learn to form independent judgments. It is these obstacles which knock and shape great characters. In every soul is infinite strength, and should you turn yourselves into cats and dogs by harboring negative thoughts? Who dares to preach negativism? Whom do you call weak and powerless? Shivoham, Shivoham, I am Shiva, I am Shiva. I feel as if a thunderbolt strikes me on the head when I hear people dwell on negative thoughts. That sort of self-depreciating attitude is another name for disease. Do you call that humility? It is vanity in disguise. Hurl yourselves on the world like an avalanche. Let the world crack in twain under your weight. Hara Hara, Mahadeva, Uddared Atmanatmanam. One must save the self by one's own self, by personal prowess. No saying nay, no negative thoughts. Say, ya, soham, soham, I am he, I am he. What makes you weep, my friend? In you is all power. Summon up your all-powerful nature, O mighty one, and this whole universe will lie at your feet. It is the self alone that predominates and not matter. Think all of you that you are infinitely powerful Atman, and see what strength comes out. Self-depreciation. What is it for? I am the child of the infinite, the all-powerful Divine Mother. Ma bhai, courage, everything will come about by degrees. Ma bhai, courage, everything will come about by degrees. Love conquers in the long run. It won't do to become impatient. Wait, patience is bound to give success. Love conquers in the long run. It won't do to become impatient. Wait, patience is bound to give success. This is a place for action, not enjoyment, and everyone will go home when his task is done, some earlier and some later, that is all. Nothing is done by leading idle lives. No one ever succeeded in keeping society in good humor and at the same time did great works. The only right sort of people are those whom the Lord sends. That is what I understand in my life's experience. The success of your undertakings depends wholly upon your mutual love. There is no good in store so long as malice and jealousy and egotism will prevail. The less help from men, the more from the Lord. Everything exists already in the self of all beings. He who asserts he is free shall be free. He who says he is bound, bound he shall remain. To me, the thought of oneself as low and humble is a sin and ignorance. If one has got power, one must manifest it in action. I do a little bit of work when I feel so disposed, and then let it go to the dogs. This kind of work is of no avail. We must have plodding industry and perseverance. Bear with everyone's shortcomings. Forgive offences by the million. And if you love all unselfishly, all will by degrees come to love one another. As soon as they fully understand that the interests of one depend upon those of others, every one of them will give up jealousy. To do something conjointly is not in our very national character. Therefore, you must try to inaugurate that spirit with the utmost care and wait patiently. Steady, every great work is done slowly. Even if you are at your last breath, be not afraid. Work on with the intrepidity of a lion, but at the same time with the tenderness of a flower. You are all of infinite strength. How long does it take you to keep off petty jealousy or egoistic ideas? The moment such propensity comes, resign yourselves to the Lord. Just make over your body and mind to His work, and all troubles will be at an end forever. No great work can be achieved by humbug. It is through love, a passion for truth, and tremendous energy that all undertakings are accomplished. There is no need for quarrel or dispute with anybody. Give your message and leave others to their own thoughts. Truth alone triumphs, not falsehood. Why then fight? Every undertaking must pass through a lot of obstacles. Truth triumphs if only one pursues a peaceful course. No great idea can have a place in the heart unless one steps out of his little corner. Discard fear. Let not your faith be shaken. Has danger any power over one whom the Lord has taken into His fold? Infinite power will come unto you. Never fear. Be pure. Have faith. Be obedient. It is, indeed, very difficult to have an equal love for all, but without it there is no mukti. It is very easy to search for faults, but the characteristic of a saint lies in looking for merits. Never forget this. Those moments of grief, however, very often bring out a better spiritual realization, as if for a while the clouds withdraw and the sun of truth shines out. In the case of some, half of the bondage is loosened. All strength is in you. Have faith in it. It will not go unmanifested. You must put your body, mind, and all you have to some one work. Work, work, work. I care for nothing else. Work, 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 even unto death. Those that are weak must make themselves great workers, great heroes. Never mind money. It will drop from the heavens. Come out, man. No sleeping all life. Time is flying. You need not make a You need not make a big plan for the present, but do only what is possible under existing circumstances. Gradually, the way will open to you. Any least trouble undergone is bound to produce its excellent results. Be of good cheer. Never a worker of good came to grief. It seems there is a gloom over your mind. Never mind, nothing is to last forever. Anyhow, life is not eternal. We are all sacrifices, each in his own way. The great work is going on. No one can see its meaning except that it is a great sacrifice. Those that are willing escape a lot of pain. Those who resist are broken into submission and suffer more. The moment we are fit, money and men must flow towards us. The moment we are fit, money and men must flow towards us. Victory to the Guru, victory to the Mother of the Universe. What fear, opportunity, remedy, and its application will present themselves. May the blessed Guru be enthroned in your heart, and the Divine Mother guide your hands. By being nervous and fearful, we injure others. By being so fearful to hurt, we hurt more. By trying so much to avoid evil, we fall into its jaws. Disease and misfortune come to do us good in the long run, although at this time we feel that we are submerged forever. I am the infinite blue sky. The clouds may gather over me, but I am the same infinite blue. Things have got to come round. The seed must die underground to come up as the tree. We put all our energies to concentrate and get attached to one thing, but the other part, though equally difficult, we seldom pay any attention to. The faculty of detaching ourselves at a moment's notice from anything, both attachment and detachment perfectly developed, make a man great and happy. Friends or foes, they are all instruments in her hands to help us work out our own karma through pleasure or pain. Dreams, oh dreams, dream on, dream. The magic of dream is the cause of this life. It is also the remedy. Dream, dream, only dream. Kill dream by dream. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanam. Om Namo Bhagavate Ramakrishnaya. Such is life. Grind, grind. And yet, what else are we to do? Grind, grind. Something will come. Some way will be opened. If it does not, as it probably never will, then what then? All our efforts are only to stave off for a season the great climax, death. Oh, what would the world do without you, death, thou great healer? Nothing is ever well here. We forget them at times, and that is being well and doing well. We play our parts here, good or bad. When the dream is finished and we have left the stage, we will have a hearty laugh at all this. Of this only I am sure. I look behind and after and find that all is right. In my deepest sorrows there is a soul of light. Man learns as he lives, and experience is the greatest teacher in the world. Be you holy and above all sincere, and do not for a moment give up your trust in the Lord, and you will see the light. This world is the great gymnasium where we come to make ourselves strong. Patience, purity, and perseverance will prevail. Go on. Life is but a dream. Are you not glad it's so? Are you not glad it is so? My, they want an eternal heaven. Thank God, nothing is eternal except Himself. Every moment is a new chance. Even misery can be enjoyed when there is no selfishness. when we have become the witness of our own lives. It is only by doing good to others that one attains to one's own good, and it is by leading others to bhakti and mukti that one attains them oneself. Take that up. Forget your own self for it. Be mad over the idea. Those who are always downhearted and dispirited in this life can do no work. From life to life they come and go wailing and moaning. The earth is enjoyed by heroes. This is the unfailing truth. Be a hero. Always say, I have no fear. Tell this to everybody. Have no fear. Fear is death. Fear is sin. Fear is hell. Fear is unrighteousness. Fear is wrong life. All the negative thoughts and ideas that are in this world have proceeded from this evil spirit of fear. Om Namo Bhagavate Ramakrishnaya. It is love alone that can conquer hatred. If there is power in hate, there is infinitely more power in love. Every man has his own burden to bear. If you are miserable, try to be happy. Try to conquer it. In all these little roughnesses that we meet with in life, the highest expression of freedom is to forbear. Hundreds of new plans will be created and destroyed. Only the fit will survive. And what but the true and the good is the fit? I hope in no distant future many of you will be ornaments of the society and blessings to the country you are born in. All is for good. All conjunctions are for subsequent disjunction. Perfect life is a contradiction in terms. Therefore, we must always expect to find things not up to our highest ideal. Knowing this, we are bound to make the best of everything. It is not as a result of pure wickedness that the selfishness commonly met with in our country has come. This bestial selfishness is the outcome of centuries of failure and repression. It is not real selfishness, but deep-rooted despair. It will be cold at the first inkling of success. In my sane moments, I rejoice for my sufferings. Someone must suffer here. I am glad it is I, amongst others of nature's sacrifices. There is only one way in the world. The good live for others alone. The wise man should sacrifice himself for others. I can secure my own good only by doing you good. There is no other way, none whatsoever. You are God, I am God, and man is God. It is this God manifested through humanity who is doing everything in this world. Is there a different God sitting high up somewhere? To work, therefore. Idleness won't do. Throw overboard all idea of jealousy and egotism once for all. Come on to the practical field with tremendous energy to work in the fullness of strength. It is absolutely necessary to stand on one's own feet. He who puts on a turban and immediately sees the Lord progresses thus far and no farther. You are blessed indeed to have that constant dissatisfaction preying upon your mind. Rest assured that there is no danger for you. You are a keenly intelligent man and know full well that patience is the best means of success. Please help as far as it lies in you, but to judge what came of it, whether it was turned to good or evil account, it is perhaps beyond our jurisdiction. The Lord is great. None can injure his children. One of my master's sayings, living in a room covered with black soot, however careful you may be, some spots must stick to your clothes. So, however one may try to be good and holy, so long he is in the world, some part of his nature must gravitate downwards. There is no station of rest. Either you progress upwards or you go back and die out. The only sign of life is going outward and forward and expansion. Contraction is death. Gradually, all this will come about. One should cross a road slowly and cautiously. One should patch a quilt carefully and cautiously. So should one be slow and cautious in crossing a mountain. Shreyangsi Bahuvighanani, all noble undertakings are fraught with obstacles. It is quite in the nature of things. Keep up the deepest mental poise. Take not even the slightest notice of what puerile creatures may be saying against you. Indifference, indifference, indifference. You are elephants, forsooth. What do you fear from an ant bite? All great undertakings are achieved through mighty obstacles. Everything proceeds slowly, by degrees, patience, purity, and perseverance. If you have the Spirit within, you will never fail to attract others. Each one will have to save himself, each one to do his own work. It is that eternal love, unruffled equanimity under all circumstances, and perfect freedom from jealousy or animosity that will tell, nothing else. In food, in modes of life, in thought, and in language, energy has to be infused. With the infusion of vitality all round, and the circulation of blood in all arteries and veins, one should feel the throbbing of new life in everything. First, you have to build the body by good nutritious food. Then only will the mind be strong. Through concentration of mind, everything can be accomplished. We all struggle. If we cannot reach the absolute, we will get somewhere, and it will be better than we are now. In failure, one does not like to confess one's own faults and weaknesses. Each person tries to hold himself faultless and lay the blame upon somebody or something else, or even on bad luck. When heads of families fail, they should ask themselves why it is that some persons manage a family so well and others do not. Then you will find that the difference is owing to the man, his presence, his personality. The personality of the man is 2/3, and his intellect, his words are but 1/3. It is the real man, the personality of the man that runs through us. Our actions are but effects. Actions must come when the man is there. The effect is bound to follow the cause. The end and aim of all training is to make the man grow. The man who influences, who throws his magic, as it were, upon his fellow beings, is a dynamo of power, and when that man is ready, he can do anything and everything he likes. That personality put upon anything will make it work. The science of yoga claims that it has discovered the laws which develop this personality, and by proper attention to those laws and methods, each one can grow and strengthen his personality. This is one of the great practical things, and this is the secret of all education. This has a universal application. In the life of the householder, in the life of the poor, the rich, the man of business, the spiritual man, in everyone's life, it is a great thing, the strengthening of this personality. Blows are what awaken us and help to break the dream. They show us the insufficiency of this world and make us long to escape, to have freedom. If evil comes, know the Lord is playing with you, and be exceedingly glad. Some mistakes there must always be. Do not grieve. Have great insight. Do not think, what is done, oh, that were done better. If man had not been God, humanity would by this time have become insane with its litanies and its penitence. No man has a right to make himself miserable. To do so is a mistake, it is a sin. Every peal of laughter is a prayer sent to God. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Each soul is potentially divine. The goal is to manifest this divinity within by controlling nature, external and internal. Do this either by work, or worship, or psychic control, or philosophy, by one or more, or all of these, and be free. This is the whole of religion. Doctrines or dogmas, or rituals or books or temples or forms are but secondary details. The more I live, the more I become convinced every day that every human being is divine. In no man or woman, however vile, does the divinity die. Only he or she does not know how to reach it and is waiting for the truth. Oh, if only you knew yourselves, your souls, your gods. If ever I feel like blaspheming, it is when I call you man. I would not worship even the Greek gods, for they were separate from humanity. Only those should be worshipped who are like ourselves, but greater. The difference between the gods and me must be a difference only of degree.